You're listening to Mike James Rock Show with Dan and Mike.
Right, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show, and joining us today is a returning member of Pet Needs. It's Johnny. Welcome back to the show, my friend. How have you been?
I'm good, Mike. Yeah, very busy with the run-up to an album, but feeling good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, I've had the day off today, so I'm actually nice and chilled and feel fully prepped for the interview. It's good.
Nice. That sounds good.
Whereabouts in the world are you at the moment?
I'm on my dining room table in Colchester in Essex. So it's nice to be home because we spent so much of last year on the road, and we're heading out on the road in about 2 weeks and not coming home for a month or two. So yeah, I'm now at home. My dog's in the kitchen just over there, and my wife's in the bathroom.
Nice. That's painted the image for everybody. Well, she's pleased at that. I mentioned you're out on the road again in a couple of weeks' time. You're actually going out with the iconic Buzzcocks on their 50th anniversary tour of Germany, sorry.
Yeah, I know. How nuts is that? Like, they've been such a big influence on us for so many years. And we actually got the invite relatively late as well. So we had the space in the diary. We were holding it just in case. We knew we were being put forward. And then we found out last month that we were going. And I can't wait. They're just absolute icons, right?
Yeah, 100%. When you think punk, you think Undertones, Buzzcocks, obviously the Pistols, but, you know, the Buzzcocks are up there. They're that synonymous with punk. They've even named a TV panel show after them. It's amazing.
Yeah, incredible. And like Steve, his guitar playing is, and the way that he is on stage as well, where he just like holds his guitar up and like absolutely smashes it. My brother, who's our lead guitarist, has definitely nicked a few moves from him over the years.
Have you played with them before then?
Actually, we played a festival with them in Chelmsford maybe 5 years ago. We played Fling Festival with them. But that's the only time we weren't on the same stage. I think we were playing one of the tiny stages. It's probably about 8 years ago, actually. But I've seen them about 6 times, I think. Like, I went to see my dad when I was about 15 years old. Like, me and my partner went. I've gone with friends. Like, yeah, I've seen them loads.
That's amazing. I literally last week spoke with the Molotovs. And they,
cool, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they cited the Buzzcocks as one of their influences, like all that old kind of punk. But it's just amazing that these guys, they're still going. Did you think the Pet Needs will still be going in 50 years and play in Germany again on your?
50 years? Oh my god! It depends how good technology gets. I guess we'll all be robots by then. So hopefully, if our bodies will let us, we'll still be going.
Well, by then you'll be able to replace bits and pieces of your body, probably.
That's it. Yeah, we'll just be robots playing.
Yeah, but then I don't think that sort of AI and robots can properly generate the feeling you get of sharing that experience with other humans at a live gig. You can be in a sweaty club nose to nose with the guitarist and the singer sweating on you, or you could be amongst 60,000 people bouncing up and down to the stage, which is right in the distance. But it's that shared kind of experience. It's a bit like going to the cinema as well. Everyone just sort of sat in the dark experiencing the same thing. I don't think robots and AI could ever capture that.
And I think hopefully, as long as we can make things accessible, like financially for people still, I think there is going to be a real resurgence in that kind of stuff again. We've seen it in stand-up comedy as the world's got like more and more hyper individualistic. The sales for stand-up comedy are going through the roof at the moment because people want to be with people in a room, having that dopamine hit. And I'm hoping in like when like the inevitable like AI like takeover and all this kind of stuff, I think the one thing that people are going to crave and the one thing that they're not going to be able to get from a robot is a deep human connection. And being in a sweaty little punk club is the best place for that.
It is indeed. You don't care if you get covered in someone else's spit because you just spit back at them. And it's just like, come on, we're having fun. Although AI or the robots would probably come along and give you a jab afterwards or something.
Yeah, that's it.
So this interview will be going out halfway through your UK tour. It's quite an immense, it's basically the whole of March, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and we're going to places that we've never been before. So like Barnoldswick, I'd like discovered that place when we got booked to play there, which is really cool. And then going back to some old favourites as well. But we wanted to just hit places that we haven't hit for a long time and go to completely new places. And one, have massive parties, but two, also just chat to people about this album, about the importance of pre-orders, because album campaigns, like for smaller bands, just live and die on pre-orders. So we're trying to spread the word, get as many pre-orders as possible, and then try and impact the charts with the album.
But the tour itself is also helping small venues having. I wouldn't say you're the biggest of bands in the world, no disrespect, but you're one of these up and coming buzz bands that will attract people in. And when you're coming to Exeter, you play in a place called Bomber, which is,
Yeah,
most people, when they think of Exeter, think of the Cavern because it's 35
sure.
years old, whereas Bomber's only been around a while, but it's going to be dragging a different kind of audience into a club that might not necessarily have the kind of music that you guys are into. So, it's a win-win for you getting new audiences, but it's a win for that small independent venue as well, because they are the backbone and much needed venues in the UK.
Yeah, that's it. And for us, kind of selfishly, like the best stories always come from the independent venues all the time. And like touring independent venues, like it's those places now where we can go to like pubs and bars around the UK, or well, around the world really. And some of them, it's like just going to visit a friend again and like playing in their living room. I'm thinking about the Salty Dog in Northwich at the moment, which we've only played once, but I can't wait to go back there because like everyone was just so friendly, and it was just like you feel. Oh, there's another one called the Compass Cafe over in Blackpool that we've played before, and it's our second time returning now. And you're just made to feel so welcome, and you just like make friends for life in these places. And I can't wait for hopefully exactly the same things happen in Exeter.
Yeah. And the good thing with Bomber is it's right on the quay, so there's so much history on the quay. You can go out the front door of Bomber, turn left, walk down the river, and you'll see all these buildings sunk into the cliffs. And back in the day, it's where they used to do all the trade from and store all things like the wool and food and stuff. Because Exeter used to be a river. The river you used to be able to sail up to Exeter. You can't now because they put weirs and flood defences and stuff in. But the amount of history just in that tiny little area, and then you go up the hill next to the club, and you've got the cathedral, and the old Roman wall is right outside the club as well. You can't miss the Roman wall. You have to walk along it to get up to the road. You get to experience those kind of things that maybe if you, as a band, stuck to the A markets or the B markets, you might not necessarily capture those kind of histories.
Yeah, that's it. And we're just like, it is like going to places that you wouldn't usually go. And I'm quite excited about going to Exeter because weirdly, like I'm going to become a parent quite soon. So I've been listening to the Parenting Hell podcast, and one of the presenters, Josh Widdicombe, has just moved to Exeter. So he talks about Exeter all of the time. So he loves it. So I'm excited to revisit.
Weirdly, he bought Noel Edmonds' old house. Because Noel Edmonds in the 90s, when he was at the height of his fame doing like the Saturday night primetime TV, had a play in Exeter. My brother went out on a date with his daughter at one stage, and he was like a local celebrity around town for quite some time. And now it sounds like Josh Widdicombe is, because unfortunately he's a Plymouth Argyle fan, so he might have to like divert his team or something, but. Yeah, I think at the moment, all the sort of Facebook kind of groups going, "Oh, I spotted Josh Widdicombe, like he was in WH with the post office." It's like, yep, he's the new celeb around town.
That's so nuts that he bought Noel Edmonds' old house, because he's just done a podcast all about Noel Edmonds, which is so crazy. So he must be obsessed with Noel Edmonds to the point that he's bought his house. That's amazing.
And it's not even crinkly bottom.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
So the tour around the UK is in support of your brand new album, Elbows Out. This is Capitalism. Give us the lowdown on the writing, recording, where it was done, producers, all the relevant information that people want to know.
Yeah, sure. So we recorded it with George Perks, who's an amazing producer. He's the person that produced our last album as well. We recorded it in Ipswich with him. And it's our first ever album we've recorded that has like a narrative that weaves through it. The story starts at an auction, and you kind of like start by hearing the auctioneer, and the main character of the story, which is basically kind of me really. They buy a second-hand punk rock career at auction, and then the rest of the album is just following the story all the way through. And it's a like very direct metaphor for how the industry is and how the world is and everything at the moment. But it was really fun to write within the constructs of the story as well.
Nice. Is that something you think you're going to do going forwards then with other albums? It's pick a kind of subject, and it gives you that sort of mental flexibility to go, I don't need to think too hard about these kind of things. I can just, there's a story narrative, and I can pull out of that what I need to.
I've got no idea, because every time we finish an album, I'm like, I think that's the last one. I can never do. I've got no ideas. I can never do this ever again. And I thought that after the first one, I thought that was just going to be our swan song, and then that was the album that got us signed. And then I thought it after our second, and I really thought it after the third. But then, now I've done this one. I'm thinking exactly the same. I'm thinking I've got no idea how I'll ever do another one. Because every time you record an album, you have to. Well, for me anyway. You have to almost write it like it's the last album you're ever writing. You're just pouring every single idea. You don't want to think like, oh, I might hold something back for the next record or anything like that. So at the moment, I'm in like the post-album kind of days where I'm like, I don't know how I did it, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do it again. But hopefully I will. I don't know. But for now, I just think, hands down, this is the best thing that I've ever been a part of. I'm so excited for people to hear it.
Awesome. I guess you've got to have that kind of breathing space from going from being on the road all of last year, getting the album done. Now you're in that kind of lull before it amps up again. But like you said, you're also going to be a dad soon, so that's got to be in there as well. You've got this. On one hand, you've got this baby coming, and then on the other hand, you've got a musical baby coming as well. So it must be quite an emotionally heavy time for you in both aspects of your life at the moment.
Definitely, and it's kind of recontextualizing my kind of relationship with music, because for the last 5 years, my aim has been pay the rent by making music, and I have been doing that. I've been paying the rent, but obviously, like, some months are tighter than others, and you've got to like scrape by sometimes. But now it's pay the rent and be a provider. So I need to kind of like, hopefully, I mean, things seem to be going in the right direction. That's the thing. We'll see what happens. There's always ways that you can have little side hustles and stuff. I've not had a side hustle for 5 years now, but if it needs to. But I definitely want to find a way where we can continue to do this band as hard as we're doing this band. And when my daughter like grows up a little bit, I want her to be able to come to festivals with us and stuff and lead a really fulfilling life.
Or she'll be, playing bass or, backing keyboards or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Have you done the whole putting headphones on the bump and playing the new album to her yet then?
So I've been playing some guitar to her to see if she moves, and she moves a little bit, but she's definitely more of a Taylor Swift fan. As soon as you play a Taylor Swift, I know, I'm good. But we did beat Taylor Swift in the charts last time. I mean, her album had been out for about 2 years, but she was number 18 when we were number 17. So we won that one, but she's already won our daughter's affection.
But you never know. She could be the next Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there you go. You never know.
Because they say babies listen in the womb, and she's obviously hearing you and the band and stuff. So it's going to somehow get that kind of music ability into them, passing it on through the headphones into the womb.
Yeah, and we've been reading to her every night as well. I've not been reading children's books. We started by reading children's books and then realised that they're a bit boring for us. So I've been reading like Luke Wright poetry and reading Tim Key poetry to her, which is entertaining me and my wife, but also she can like hear my voice reading to her every night as well.
That's cool, man. I like that. That's that should be something you record to use like an intro for an album or something in the future.
Yeah, that could be cool. That's the thing. Like, I say that I don't know if I'll ever be able to write again, which is what I say every single time. But so even though I genuinely believe it right now, I've proven myself wrong 3 times now by doing 3 subsequent albums. But I'm going to be in such a different phase of life now, and to be able to document that phase of life in the next album would be amazing. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm just laser focused on what we've just created, and I can't wait in the album and the child.
Who came up with the album name, not the baby name?
Yeah. It's from a lyric. So it's from a lyric in one of our songs. And we were initially, the first song on the album is called Tour Worn. And we were thinking, because we'd been on tour for so long, and we have this phrase where it's like, oh, how are you doing this? I'm fine. My mental health's fine. I'm just a bit tour worn at the moment, where you'll just feel like you're just knackered. You're like serotonin's depleted, but you're fine, but you're just tour worn. And that kind of sets a context for the start of the record. And at the start we were going to call the album Tour One, but then it felt like that was almost a little bit defeatist for a whole overarching theme. It's like at the very start of an album, it's good for like a context setup. But so then we recorded a song, or wrote a song called Paintballs, and it had the lyric "Elbows out, this is capitalism." And then we were just in the van, and we were listening to the demos, and I just said to the boys, I think this should be the title. And it kind of got mixed with, some people were kind of still like really wanted it to be called Tour War, and then some people really wanted it to be called Elbows Out, this is capitalism. But then when I get an idea, I get laser focused on it as well, and I was like, I think it should be like this, and this is why. And by the time I'd given my kind of politician speech about why it should be called that, everyone was like, yeah, that's it, that's the title. And then just went from there.
And if you're stuck on the tour bus, with the guys, you have to be able to have that, constructive criticism and talk about it. But it seems like you managed to persuade people to, call it Elbows Out with an exclamation mark. And this is capitalism. Well, we've played the first single off of it. It's quite a mouthful for a radio. Try and say is, hey you, are you okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, have I missed off some okays? Oh no.
It's actually, you did better than most people so far, which is good.
Yeah, I had to say it on the radio. I had to say it word for word, real slowly.
I've heard people mess it up on live radio already, which has been very entertaining.
That's how people will remember it, because they're going, oh, that radio presenter just couldn't even remember the name of the tune. And it's like that tune by Pet Needs. Oh yeah, Pet Needs. And that, it's egg on our faces as presenters, but it keeps your name out there, and it's almost like a live meme.
Yeah, that's it. And I think it's keeping people sharp, like we were talking to, like, our record label let us do whatever we want all the time. But the only time where they've gone, I'm not sure if this is a good idea, is the first time we named the song. It was going to be the same. Hey you, are you okay? But it was all like one word, and it was all in lowercase. So it looked like, like that Welsh town with that really, really long name. It was like that, but that was, it got to the point you just couldn't read it, and I was finding it very funny, but it was literally, I think it might have damaged us the chance of us getting played on radio anywhere, because people wouldn't have any idea what it was called.
Yeah, there's a track on the Holy Bible by the Manic Street Preachers, which is like that. It's about 6 or 7 words jam-packed together, but it's something like, if white America ruled the world for one day, its life would collapse, or something along those lines. I'll let you go and look it out, but it is all one long word, and it's just like, if white America, I'll just call it.
Yeah. That's why we put it in the bits in brackets as well. If people want to call it hey you, they can. I mean, I think that's wimping out, but if they want to call it, but I think 99% of people have attempted the full title, which is cool.
And by the time we air this, Ducklings would have been out on digital streaming platforms.
Yeah, nice, cool. I'm super excited for people to hear that one. This is a very riffy song, and also very lyrical as well, with a massive chorus. I think people really enjoy it.
Is there a fun video with this one? Because the last video for I'm not even going to say it because it's just going to waste valuable time. Hey, you. Is that, that interview was quite cool because it was the four of you in each corner, but you're passing things around like Celebrity Square type things. I quite enjoyed it. It's very simple and, stripped back kind of video, but it was effective. So is there going to be one for this one? For Duck Things?
I think so. We've just literally talked to our label about budget today because obviously there's only a certain amount of money in the pot, but I think we've had an idea that we could kind of shoot ourselves for very, very, very cheap. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a video. And I just love making videos as well. Like the hey you, are you okay video. It was so DIY to make. It's like our videographer Vanessa, she made it look so pro. But it was just 4 one-shots in a little TV studio that we borrowed from the Students' Union that I used to work for. And the place was tiny. It was almost like shooting in like a phone box or something. It was so small. And when, like you say, when we were like passing stuff up to each other, when our bass player was passing like his bass case through the roof, like I was standing on a chair with a broom handle and like he had to hook it onto the broom handle and then I had to like pull it out of shot without like it dipping back into shot and stuff. Like it was, the whole day was chaos. And it took about 14 hours to shoot, but yeah, really pleased with it.
Yeah, it's really good. I want everyone to go and look at it, but whilst they're doing that, they should also go and pre-save the album because that's what will help you chart.
That's it. Pre-save it, pre-order it. We've got loads of multiple different versions coming out as well, and we got our last album into the top 20 and we're aiming to get this album into the top 10. Don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see if it's going to happen. If anyone's going to do it, our fans are going to make it happen. So yeah, fingers crossed. And
you want to beat Taylor Swift again this time?
Well, that's it. Hopefully she's not releasing. I don't want to go up against her. I know Ray is releasing, but I don't, I'm keeping an eye on other people that are releasing. We will see. But the other thing is that you're battling the new releases, but more than that, you're like battling like ABBA Gold and stuff because they count all the streaming. So it's like the top, there is an artist, I haven't listened to them. I think they're like a dance artist or something called The Weeknd. That I think they were like number 7 or something when we got our number 17. And I just checked the charts today and they're still in the same albums in the top 10 right now.
Weeknd is the biggest streamed artist pretty much every year. He's done the Super Bowl halftime show. He's huge. But when you go to streaming, there's a guy from Cornwall called Aphex Twin. He's a dance music producer.
Oh, sure,
Yeah, he's an icon, and he in the last couple of weeks he's had a resurgence, and he's now being streamed more than Taylor Swift on YouTube.
What? Really?
Straight up.
That's so cool. Do you know what kicked it off?
No idea. It could be
that's amazing.
Anniversary or something, because I remember getting into him like 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
It's just avant-garde, weird, knob twiddly type stuff.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's cool. Well, we've pretty much run out of time. I've just had the flashing up on my screen. So I'm going to say, Johnny, good luck with the album. Hopefully I'll get to go and see you play at Bomba in Exeter, but good luck with the rest of the tour and with the imminent arrival of the little one as well. Hope that all goes well for you and enjoy being a dad.
Oh, mate, thanks so much. Good to see you, Mike.
Yeah, you too. I'll see you soon. Take it easy, my friend.
See you later. Cheers.